it's great for the program that they were out there being able to compete and put the program on the map. And, I just wish them well. And, I know they'll continue to have a great pro day when they get here, too.
Is that something you can use on the recruiting trail when you're talking to kids about, going to get them here, I guess? I mean, does it help to have I guess you got Sue out there, but
right.
I mean, does it help to have the more recent?
Yeah, I think it all helps. I think anytime, our former players can go out there and do something great for the program or get noticed for something that they do, it helps in recruiting. All the kids I was recruiting, I was texting them out, just showing them, hey, we got two of the fastest guys in the combine and this and that. So anything we can use to our advantage, we're going to do that. But, that's one of the strengths of our program is a strength and conditioning program, and we got to use that to our advantage.
Depth is important on the D-line, obviously, but you have to be able to use it on the field in game situations. How many players do you feel like you're comfortable with putting out there on the field in a Big Ten game right now?
Right now, that's a really good question. That's what we got to figure out by the end of practice 15, and then going into training camp. But right now, there's not enough tape for these guys to be able to show what they can do, in real life situations. But I feel comfortable about the young guys. I feel good about Jordan Riley being able to go out and play for us. I feel good about Ty Robinson going out and playing for us. On top of the ones that played for us last year with Stilly and Snacks and DT. Casey Rogers has come along too as well, gotten himself bigger and stronger. So I feel good about at least 6 of the guys right now being able to go out and play for us. I'd like to build that to try to get 8. If we can get to 8, then we'll feel really good about that. But it's to be determined between now and when we get done with training camp in August.
What are the things that you're looking for those guys who aren't there at that level yet? Like, is it how they're handling themselves in practice? Is it off the field with what you're hearing from your leaders like Stilly? Is this guy coming along? Is he doing the right things we're asking him to do? What are you looking for those guys to be able to get to that point?
That's a good question because we talked about that this morning. With our young group, we can't waste any opportunities to get better. That's with practice. That's with being in the film room. We're not at that point where we can just lay back and just say I got it. We can never be complacent. We talk about in our room all the time. Complacency is a cousin of death. So we got to have the mindset to come in every single day to try to get 1% better. And some of those things can be simply just being better in my fundamental technique, how I'm going to strike the offensive lineman, what I got to see on my second key to get off the block and make the play. So those are the things just kind of looking for in our guys to try to close the gap and get better at.
Did you call somebody Snacks?
Snacks, Damian Daniels, yeah.
How much did he benefit from having the year with Darian?
A lot. He was able to see his brother lead and do it in the right way, and he tried to do that today at practice with his brother not being there. Darren was really good for him because he was hard on him. He was probably the biggest critic for Snacks and kept him accountable, kept him working hard. I mean, today after practice, he also, Snacks knows he's got to get himself in shape. And after practice, everybody's going in and he's running extra gassers. And the guy that's with him is Ben Stilley, making sure he's not cutting corners on the run. So, to be a leader, you got to lead by example, right? You can't just tell people to just do things and then you sit back. So he knows he's got to get himself to that point.
What kind of shape is Keem Green in compared to when he looked like he was in good shape when he came here, but I think maybe like cardiovascularly he needed to come. How much has he changed since August?
He's changed a lot. When he first came in, he was about 330. And he's about 305 now. So he leaned out, got himself in better shape. He actually got himself down to, he was sitting at 292, 295 at one point, and now he's back up. So he's got himself in shape. I think mentally he's got more confidence in what he's supposed to do within the scheme of the defense. And then he knows our expectation up front in terms of being able to run to the football and be physical at the point of attack. So he's come a long way, and I'm proud of that, and he's got a long ways to go still.
Has Jordan Riley impressed you early? Some guys mentioned him up there at the podium as being a head turner right away.
Yeah, Jordan has, and he's a big physical football player. He came in at 307. He's about 327 now, and he's got himself bigger and stronger and faster. So just in a short amount of time, he's been able to show that he can definitely play for us, and we need him to. And that's one of the things I'm really excited about having Jordan with us, is that he's here in January. So that's a big plus for him, big plus for us. And in the recruiting process, that's why he was such a big get for us, because I know that we can clean him up and get him right by the time we get the kickoff against Purdue.
He's kind of bounced around. He's in North Carolina and then go back to junior college ranks. I mean, how has he kind of handled that road, I guess? I mean, did he kind of come here as a more mature kid, or how is his personality?
Yeah, he's come along more mature. You know, he understands that there's no more red shirts. He's got 2 years to play. And he's been great in the film room. He's been great at practice, and he's asking a bunch of questions. He's asking the older guys questions in terms of what to do. It means a lot to him to come here and play and contribute right away. So I'm just proud of the progress that he's made so far, you know, and trying to be a pro and doing that, because we definitely need him.
How does the challenge of taking your group, which lost so much? Is it? It's tough to ask, but is it maybe more of a challenge? Is it more exciting as a coach? I mean, it's always exciting, but it's a new challenge, right? Rather than having a whole bunch of guys that know their stuff. How challenging is it? How exciting is it?
It's an exciting opportunity. I told the guys the other day that, you know, this is a chance for us to see who's going to step up. And these guys have been waiting for their opportunities. Guys like Ty Robinson, Mosan Newsom, Tate Wilderman, guys that wanted to have more reps, and now their opportunity is finally here. So today at practice, they were running. They were excited that they were getting opportunities to play. So I can't wait to see what practice 15 looks like for them.
When you have 3 guys from your group last year who were at the combine a week ago, that would seem to indicate like that, you know, you've got a lot to replace. But you know, the number of good-looking guys that you have in your group, that kind of belies that a little bit. So it just speaks to the depth that you had a year ago, or you know, what's the situation that has led you to feel as good as you do about your group when you lost 3 potential NFL players?
That's tough to replace, and our young guys know that there's a big challenge ahead of them, and we got to get better each and every day, and that's why it's so important for us to we can't afford to waste a practice, waste a meeting. I think for our young guys, it's kind of like the perfect storm, where we do miss a lot of guys, but they know that they want to have a chance to represent the University of Nebraska the right way, and so they're going to get the reps and they're going to get the opportunities to do that.
What do you think of Khalil and Carlos running the 2 fastest times at the combine?
Yeah, I wasn't surprised at all. I was surprised that they were able to run that fast. I thought that they were going to probably actually run a little bit faster. They told me they were going to run faster than that, but I wasn't surprised by that at all. I'm just happy for them that they had the opportunity to showcase what type of talent they have, and hopefully it'll work out for them if they get a chance to play on Sundays. It's great for the program, it's great for everybody. But just going back to losing those guys, I think the other plus for our young guys getting better is that this is the first time that they're able to have the same coach for 2 years. They've been changing a lot every year, and so now just them going through a spring ball where they don't have to learn any new drills. Now it's really trying to perfect the craft. And that's what it is at the end of the day, is how better can we be within perfecting our craft between now and 15 days. So just the flow of practice was 100 times better than last year's spring ball. And I think that has to do with the continuity, with just having the same group and these guys hearing the same verbiage and knowing what to expect and how to play the scheme of the defense within their technique.
What's Ben was up here today, and it's pretty pretty short, pretty businesslike. Not a lot to say. It didn't seem like if you put yourself in his shoes as a guy who grew up 20 miles from here and has come here and played 3 years and had 3 losing seasons, and now he's going into his senior year. I mean, does that what does that say to you about, or what do you expect from him knowing that, as far as like his determination level this year as a senior?
I think to Ben, he really wants to leave a legacy here before it's all said and done. And he's got a lot on his shoulders because he's got to bring a lot of young guys along with him, and that's a big task for a guy like him. And to be a leader, you got to be able to lead by example, and he's not afraid to do that, and he does do that. So I know it means a lot for him to come out and make sure that we can finish this season the right way, do something different that the last other classes weren't able to do, and get the team postseason play. But Ben's a great leader. Love Ben, and I think his demeanor is exactly where our defensive line group is right now. I mean, we got to come out with a chip on our shoulder because we got a lot to prove, and we got a lot of young young guys that haven't proven anything yet, but they're talented, and they're just excited for their time to come. But we got a lot of work between now, practice 15, summer workouts, and training camp for these guys to really show what they're all about.
Ty Robinson, does he roll between end and nose?
Yeah. Yeah, Ty Robinson, Keem Green, those are combo guys that we can use like we did with Carlos Davis. They're athletic and big enough to be able to do that.
And then Damian is obviously just a nose.
Yep, just a nose.
And the rest of them are just ends.
Just ends, yeah. And we say just the nose, but the nose is a big part of it.
Right. I mean, he's not playing in. So.
Yes. And I tell everybody, that everybody's a character in the movie. And the nose, he's a character in that movie, and he's got to be able to own two gaps. And so, they take a lot of pride in whatever their role is. But, it's a good young group. I'm excited to work with these guys.
Thanks, Tony.
Can you speak to those redshirt guys a little bit more? What the value was for a guy like Ty Robinson or Keem Green, just to acclimate? How much did that help?
I thought it helped them a lot. I think just having the same position coach for 2 years makes a big difference. And Ty Robinson, he's, it means a lot for him to try to come out and play. He's a big-time recruit coming here. And he came in here expecting to play, and we came up with a plan to try to make sure we utilize his time wisely. And I think when it's all said and done, he has a chance to be a very special player. He's very businesslike in terms of trying to learn as much as he can in meetings. He does all the extra stuff, and he did some really good stuff today in practice. Most I knew him. Put on a lot of weight. He came in about at 240 last year, 250, and now he's sitting at 285, close to 290. He's getting his body right because he wants to be able to contribute and play. Tate Wilderman's the same guy. Didn't play a lot for the last 2 years for us, and he's sitting around 290 now. So I think their mindset is in the right place. And it showed up today at practice. I was very pleased with what they were able to do.
Can I ask you real quick? I know he's not here right now, but Larry's Payne, kind of a little different from a lot of the guys on the line, different size, different speed.
Right.
I guess, what was it about? Why did you guys target him when he's a little bit different, maybe from your standard profile? What was it about him?
Well, just losing the twins, we lose athletic linemen that can get to the quarterback. So Felderis brings us that athletic defensive lineman that can win a one-on-one pass rush, that can win in space. So we definitely needed that with missing the twins. So that's why he was we put a high premium on trying to get somebody like him. He's got to get bigger and stronger, obviously, but he has the athleticism that the twins have.
Do you always want a guy or two like that on your line, or was it just a circumstance where, hey, he was there?
We always love to try to get guys that can affect the quarterback and somebody that can give us some negative yards and penetrate the offensive line. So if we can recruit those type of players, it'd be great.
What's the advantage or is there an advantage to having, last year you had Darian, and then in the Twins it felt like there were maybe there was a gap after that. Now you have, it seems like, 9 or 10 dudes down there.
It's a lot of young bucks.
Right. But how do you, obviously, how do you choose who plays, and how advantageous can it be to have that type of depth?
I'm excited to work with these young guys because we can develop them the right way. Walking in and Darian and the Twins being seniors, there's only so much you can do with them in terms of help them to develop, with their fundamental technique. And they were great, and they learned that. But be able to get somebody from a freshman and be able to build them and mold them the way we want to, that's what excites me about this spring ball. And having the same position coach and being with these guys for 2 years in a row now, I can see that these young kids are understanding what we need to get done in terms of fundamental technique, how to play within the scheme of the defense, and it's starting to show up. So I'm excited about that part, working with the young guys.
Do you anticipate using, almost all of those guys, just as far as the guys who redshirted last year, and then even Jakeem on top of that?
They're all up. And that's why they're all excited about having that opportunity. Now, who's going to play? That determines, that's going to be determined by what they do within practices. But they're all up. They're all playing. So for these young guys, just to understand that they're now up, their attention to detail climbs up a little bit more, and their focus in, the meetings are a little bit better, right? And so it's been great, and I'm excited about seeing where they're going to be by the time we get done with this 15th practice.
I saw you had a couple guys that could swing back and forth,
Yeah.
inside, outside.
Right.
You feel like you have a couple guys that
Yeah.
can do the same this year?
Yeah, right now job swapping, so dual training. Jordan Riley will probably get to that point, but right now it's Keem Green and it's Ty Robinson are the two guys that really trying to work them from end to nose because they're big, athletic, and strong enough to be able to do that.
Kind of one quick random question. Coach Russ was talking about special teams and
Yeah.
the emphasis on that. What's that like from your perspective when they bring in Coach Rutledge? Is he coaching you guys up, or what does that look like behind the scenes, kind of the coordination?
Coach, he's working with us for sure on field goal block. And then I got some of my guys on special teams too as well. It's a third of the game. You can see you win and lose games on special teams, and you got to be able to be solid on all three phases of the game. So, I bring it up to our defensive linemen. If you're called up to help on that, okay, that's a big part of the game. Go win. I just talked about it this morning. There was punt emphasis today, and so we had 4 guys out. So Ben Stilley, Mosai Newsom, Casey Rogers, and I think it was Ben Stilley, I think, that were all in it. And that's the first play of defense, punt. Go pin them down there, put us in a great position to win and be able to play. So everybody's up. Everybody knows that in order for us to win, we all got to toe the line.
That's good.
Cool.
Thanks,
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right.